We'll wait to do it. Good morning, and people that are jumping on a little bit. We'll wait for a little bit for our attendance to creep up. Welcome to October 7th team meeting. We got a great guest today. Yes, we are going to talk about Bold, but we got a great opportunity for your Bold. I'm so excited with the idea that we came up as a team as well, but I want to make sure everybody gets on the call and they can start to hear us. Man, wait till you hear this plan we got, Dennis. We got Bold as a no-brainer. We got teams, we got competition. We're going to create daily habits in production. I mean, we're going to kill it. This is going to be the best Bold that we ever have. All right, so listen to this, Dennis, and I'll let you take it over. Here's our deal that we came up with as a team. Each staff member, that's 10 staff members, went out and they're recruiting a top producer, Bold graduate advocate for Bold, and they're going to become our team captain. And they're going to go out and they're going to recruit their team. The market center is going to pay for their cost to take Bold. There is no charge.
Wow.
Now, we do have a commitment letter they must sign. The commitment letter states is, I will watch all the sessions. If you can't miss one, we can go back and watch it. They have to report their numbers weekly, and they have to commit to a Bold contact daily, and they have to live up to that commitment. Now, I'm not saying you have to do 20. We know 20 will help them in their business, but whatever they commit to, and if they do not do one of those things, they're agreeing that we'll charge them $99 back on their office bill. So it's a commitment. Great. It's a no-brainer. They'll have a team captain. They'll have a team. They'll report their numbers, and we're going to have the winning team. The winning team gets $50. Each individual just gets a $50 bill. And how do you win? Listings under contract or under agreement or contracts. We'll even give them a third for a lease. So it takes 3 leases to create one. That sounds like a no-brainer. So tell us, Dennis, you go into it and just tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll finish off telling them about Bold. But I'll say that about 5 times so everybody understands the incentive that we got on. All right, so we're growing up in our attendance, and go ahead and introduce yourself and bring us some value.
All right, perfect. Well, whether or not you know this or not, my name is Dennis Russell. I'm a Bold coach. I used to be a captain in the United States Army. When I first became an agent, I was one of the top 5 individual agents in our office within 2 years. And then I became a team leader and had 900% growth in owner profit and profit share. Now, I point all that out because I know you're saying, well, why are you here? What happened? Let me tell you, Bold is the thing that basically blew up my career. I mean, without Bold, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know if I'd still be in real estate. Before I do that, though, let me ask you guys a question. If you could go back in time to March 1st, all right? And I only got a few people on the screen, so I want to see your hands too. Who would invest in hand sanitizer if you could go back to March 1st, 2020, huh? Who would invest? Yep. What about, who would have invested in Zoom on March 1st?
Yeah, I would have, February would have been even better. I mean, yeah.
Even better. All right, here's the crew de Kai. Here's the last one. Who would have invested in Lysol?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Now, the question is, why would you have invested in those things? Because based on what happened, you know that had you invested in those things, you would have made a ton of money. I mean, your life would be completely transformed, completely changed, all because you knew something. You knew what the market was going to do ahead of time, and you took advantage of it. Well, guys, girls, this time right now is like that time. Because this time of year, every year, we know that there are many agents that decide to do this. They decide to go, well, I'm gonna take off now because the holidays are coming up. I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna cool out, kick my feet up. And because of that, more business, more clients move from one area to another area. More market share is transferred and moved during these next few months. Now we have zeons and eons of years of history that prove this. So the question is, if you know that's the case, Do you want to take advantage of being able to increase your market share, increase your database right now? Because you know that that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to bring this question back to you in a moment. So let's get real for a moment. Now, let's talk about Bold and Bold Pivot. Do you know that in May, Bold Pivot was the largest online real estate course in history? In the real estate industry's history, over 42,000 people signed up for that. And that was our first go at it. And because of that, we learned a lot. So because of that, the things we learned, we were able to put into Bold Pivot in August to get better. How many people here went to Mega Camp? Did you like it? Did you love it? Well, guess what? You loved it partially because Mega Camp's a phenomenal event, except you know what else they did? Mega Camp took what we learned in August and what we learned in May and used it in Mega Camp. Well, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the things that we've learned in Mega Camp and add them to Bold October. We've adopted those same successes. The same things that made Mega Camp so powerful, we've adopted them into Bold. Hey, Chad, I'm curious. May I share a slide real quick? Do I have the capability to do that?
Yep, hold on. Let me make sure I put you as a, I think so. Is it allowing you to or not?
All right, let me do it.
There you go.
Yep, you got me? All right,
It's
so
coming.
here's the deal
There
with
we go.
Bold. We know that Bold starts October 20th, and your market center has got some incredible deals going on. Chad was just talking about it. He's going to talk about it again. Here's the other reason why this time of year is so important, because I just talked about it. This is the time of year when you're able to completely transform your business, completely blow it up, explode it, take it to that next level. The last 2 years, Bold this time of year, 5% of Keller Williams took Bold. Those 5%, that's about 8,000 agents. They took 20% of the listings in all of Keller Williams. And you think that's great, this next stat is gonna floor you. They took almost 50% of all the under contracts. Those 5% of the agents took over 50% of the under contract. I think it was like 47, 48%. Because we know that this time of year is that time of year where if you really want to explode your business and you want to get to that next level and you want to have the best holiday season and the best jump off to the next year, best jump off to 2021, now is the time to make that happen. And Bold puts you in position. Here's why. We're going to have live streams 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're having Coaching Corner Wednesdays and Fridays. You've got the Bold October Facebook page. You can go in there and ask questions at any time. Bold coaches are monitoring that page all the time so we can be right there for you. We're going to have special guests each and every session. The top agents, mega agents, like you saw a little bit in August Bold, and also that you saw from Mega Camp. Why is it important that they're on there? Because these are the people that are succeeding at the highest levels right now. So you're going to get the market of the moment, scripts, conversation, the market of the moment, tools, techniques, everything that they're using right now to be successful. You're going to get all of that information in Bold October. Here's some changes we have going on. I heard what Chad said about listings. Yep, we're going to be listing focused because we know if you control the listings, guess what? You control the market. So we're going to be focused on helping you control the market so you can dominate and you can control your destiny. We're also going to be talking out and focusing on more database growth. This is the time of year, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. So we're going to focus on having you increase your database by 3 to 5 people each and every day. And the other thing we're really going to zone in on, digital events. We saw the success that people have had from that, from the August Bowl through Mega Camp. So we're going to be focusing on some great digital events that you can now apply so that no matter what happens, with the COVID world or the non-COVID world, whatever happens, you're prepared to make sure that your business can explode through the fourth quarter and transport you and catapult you into the first quarter. We're also going to have weekly huddles. We saw how successful that was. And we're going to have a script off competition. Because wouldn't you like to see some of the top agents and how they handle certain situations, how they handle objection. So you're going to get a script off competition in bold 2. And the winner of that person gets to go to family reunion and compete in the big script off. You know, and I know Chad's already got this in place, the package. For $1,000, you get 15 registrations. Something else to know and think about. I know you guys already got that under control. So think about this. You know this is the time of year when people get to take market share. And you see that bold is coming, and bold shows you how to take market share. So the question is, if you don't do bold, what else are you going to do to take market share? What else are you going to do that has been proven to explode people's businesses and take their businesses to that next level? And like we talked about with Lysol, with Zoom, this is the time of year to capitalize on what the market is already going to do for you. Think about this. How are you going to feel in January and February if you don't take bold? And all of these great agents that Chad was just talking about that are going to take bold, and their businesses are going through the roof and the market center is exploding and your business looks the same. How are you going to feel about that? How are you going to feel telling your family, your friends, your loved ones that you knew that now is the time to hop in because the market was going to explode your business and you chose not to? Chew on that for a moment. How are you going to feel if you miss out on this opportunity that happens every single year? For you to be the next Lysol investment, the next Zoom investment. So I want to open up to any questions. Anybody have any questions? What do I need to answer for you so you understand that this time right now is your time to be successful?
Go ahead and put those, you can put those in the chat, or you can go to question and answers. Any one of those is where we can jump into it again. All right, I'm going to share a screen too as well, because I want to make sure that everyone got on here. We're going to handle this. Our special announcement is we're going to pay for your bold. So is there a commitment? Yes.
Hey, Chad, hold on a minute. Did you say you were going to pay for their bold?
I'm going to pay for their bold. So we can eliminate, right? We can already start eliminating that. So let me show you a commitment form that we're going to have you guys take a look at. So here's what it was, right? All you need to do is complete this form. We're going to send this out later today. Know that it's $99. If you were to go sign up for bold today on your own, it's $99. You can still do this, by the way. It's an option. You can go pay for it yourself. And yet, we expect, if you want us to cover the cost, here's what you got to do. You got to attend and watch all the classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's more to participate in, but we expect you to show up from 1 to 3 to those live sessions. Now, if you can't get to it, Dennis, you correct me if I'm wrong, we still have the ability to go back and watch it, correct?
You're correct.
Okay, awesome. So there's no reason why we don't make sure that we get the 4 hours of content and we watch it every week. Other opportunities. You will have a team captain. Some of you, the team captain has already reached out to you and said, hey, come be on my team. Yes, we are going to make this a competition, but you just have to report your numbers to a team captain. We have spreadsheets. All this information is going to come to you. We're just looking for your big numbers. And then you have to make a daily contact goal. And I'm not even telling you what the goal is. Of course, a bold coach would tell you how many contacts should we make, Dennis?
Well, in normal bold, it's 20.
Yeah.
However, for this, let's go for 40. Let's go double it.
Yeah. So, but you could set that number. I'm not going to bust your chops and tell you what it is. You set the goal, you live up to it. It's your goal. And then if you agree to this, you're signing your name. If the commitment is not made, meaning your captain is going to keep track of this, we're going to go ahead and add that $99 onto your office bill. It'll just show up. Now, I don't want to have to charge you $99. I want you all in. Some of this will be a little bit of honesty, and yet we're going to create a competition because we want teams to win. You will be in a group of 10, meaning you have a captain, and obviously we have vendors who are helping partner with this on as well. So we have sponsors and vendors who want to be a part of this. We're having them pick up some of the costs. So they'll be in there, and we got 2 goals you're after. Listings taken, get you a point. Under contract, get you a point from the day Bold starts, which is October 20th. And we're going to carry that through to November 20th, right? So it's a full month. Winning team, we're just going to give you a $50 bill. We thought about giving credit or all that. We're just going to give you cash money. So not only are we going to cover the cost, if your team wins, I'm going to pay you money.
You're going to pay me money and pay for my ticket.
That's right.
Well, check it out. I got a call today, and I told the agent about this setup, and she's like, okay, what do I have to do? I said, participate in Bold. Okay, what else? What I have to do? I said, you're missing the point. You have to participate in Bold at the highest level, do what is asked of you in Bold, report to your captain, and you have the opportunity to win $50. Silence. I think just stunned. So it doesn't get any better than this, folks.
Yeah, we got some team captains are going to watch maybe a Bold session together, and we'll allow some to come in. We can't have 100 people in our market center, right? It's not time, it's not prudent, it's just not doing it. But a team of 10 can go in there and watch it, and so we'll get a schedule. We have some builders that said you can come watch it at our model home. They'll put it up on the TV, so we're going to have creative ways. We're going to, or you could watch it independently, and you guys can circle up at different times to bring a little bit of community. I just know the captains that we're recruiting, they want to win. And so don't show up to a team if you don't want to play. Now, Keith and I have talked about this. Dennis can tell you, there's times that we kind of take Bold a la carte, and then there's times that we take Bold all in. And I've been a graduate of Bold even before in the session 8 times, right? And I can tell you 2 times, I showed up all in. I mean, I did everything. I did the contacts. And there's times I took it all a card. We want you to be all in on this. We're covering it. The market center's going all in. We're investing. We're partnering with vendors. We got the coaches on. And we got captains that are like, no, I'm all in because they want to win.
That's right. That's right. Just go all in. I can point to skills I developed because Coach said it. I went out and did it. Closings and deals, I can point directly back to Bold. Contacts I wouldn't have made because of what they said in Bold. So I have proof, and I'd be happy to share stories, but you got to participate at the highest level.
Yeah. Okay, Dennis, let me challenge you a little bit. Do you think that our market's going to get more competitive in 2021, or you think it's just things are just going to fall from the sky?
That is a great question. Hey, always look at it like it's going to get more competitive.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is the cream is going to start rising to the top, and that's where you want to be. And that's why Chad is offering this to you, this program to you guys, to make sure that you are able to always be the most competitive so that you can rise to the top and accomplish your goals. So Chad, I mean, I love this. I love what you're doing there, man. This is powerful stuff.
Yeah, and we want to create communities. We want to have an access to it as well. Obviously, Bold has created communities more inside of it. You know, let me ask you this. This is, we're going, oh my gosh, one more live streaming, one more Zoom. I just can't handle it anymore. Dennis, how do you, these are the objections we hear. How do you address that?
Well, like you said, you don't have to be on the live streams because they're recorded. So if it doesn't work out for your time schedule, you know, you can watch it later. The key is, if you want to have your business blow up during this section of time, you've got to be engaged. Keith said it, you've got to be engaged. You've got to participate at a high level. And by participating at a high level, you will see your results. There's a market center that played all in August, and they did a plan similar to yours. Do you know what happened in September? They had the best September they ever had, and it was 4 times better than any September they had ever had. Yeah. So that means the agents made a whole lot more money. The market center made a whole lot more money. The profit share made a whole lot more money. And all of that was because they got the discipline to play all in and participate at a high level. So Chad, I love that. There's a million reasons why you can say, you know, I don't want to play all in. You only need one to play all in.
Yeah.
And that's for yourself and your family.
Well, we eliminated one objection we've always had is selling the market center. I can't afford it. So that's gone.
Yep.
I'm zoomed out here. I also addressed the zoom out is so are my kids too. And they're doing things. I got a kid at college. Most of his stuff, he's there in the dorm. They have to do Zoom. Get over it. It is the reality that we're in right now. And
Yep.
yet the content is going to be so heavy. We're creating the community to come together where you can watch it, share ideas. So that's the team. So we're eliminating that piece to it as well. Keith, any other objection you're hearing?
I think you hit it all. You know, people
Okay.
people say they want to come back together, form your own tribe to grow your business.
Yeah.
And you're paid for. No
Yeah.
excuses left. Jump in and do it.
So we were in charge of going out and finding our agent, right? Oh, yeah, by the way, the staff is into this too. We have our own team. I have mine. Mine's basically going to win.
I don't
so-
think so.
And I went out and recruited Sapana, and Sapana's going out and asking people to go to join her. You can reach out to them. We're going to provide you a list of the captains so you can do it. I like competitive people. I don't know about you. Keith, you think your team can get second place?
I got the captain of all captains, Sharon Parker, who probably 18 times bowled. So if anybody's going to whip her team into shape, it's going to be Sharon Parker.
We need somebody to play for second, so I'm glad you and Sharon are going to be second.
Chad, I
Now-
love that. You've thrown down the gauntlet. I love that.
Yeah. One is we want to, I heard LaDonna's team, Greg got LaDonna Parker. We can have a little fun in being competitive in this. We've got some prizes, but most importantly, right, the content in bold, right? It's mindset, it's our daily habits. We all can say of something we've changed our life because of it. And I don't want this to be a commercial, right? And everybody go, oh, here they are selling bold again. But it's one of our core things that we train and teach to Keller Williams that has changed people's lives. And we're going to do it collectively together to get in the habit. But most importantly, we want you to have a business worth owning when it comes to 2021.
Right.
We want you to compete, have a database, right? How many times have we got on here and said, your business is your database is your business. So let's put a flag in the ground and let's actually embrace it. I think we're probably, Dennis, correct me if I'm wrong, we're probably going to teach some things in Command that'll help your business.
Of course.
Yep. And I think it's time to draw it in. Oh, Command, it all doesn't work. Yeah, but it's going to be a platform that's going to work.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
And our threat is, I don't know if you guys read the newspaper or articles, Zillow, right? They are our competitor. What did we read last week, Keith, in the paper? Or Inman?
Oh, Zillow would broker it. Now they're brokerage looking for agents. So
Yep.
they're a direct competitor.
Yep.
It doesn't get any more real than that.
That's why the platform and the technology is all of us being engaged. Okay. Dennis, anything else that I missed? Anything else you wanted to share?
Keith, Chad, and I think Greg now just popped on. I mean, your market center is playing all in, and you guys as agents, you guys are truly lucky and truly blessed to have leadership that's playing all in for you guys. I mean, hey, don't pass up the opportunity. Think of how great your life is going to be when you've taken this and your business has doubled, tripled, whatever, it's blown up, exploded. You're sitting at the beginning of the year, you've got business, in the pipeline to just have the best 2021, all because you started right now. And your market center, Chad, I got to give it to you, man. The way you guys are playing all in, to partner up with your agents, it's a touching thing. It's a really powerful thing. So, hey, play all in. They got you. That's the thing. They got you. They got your back. They eliminated the price. They eliminated, the zoomed out thing. They got you in all kinds of environments and stuff. I'm almost tempted to, come join your market center actually at this point.
All right. If they wanted to learn more from you, Dennis, or have a question, what's the best way to contact you?
Let me put my information in the chat and then they can contact me.
So the platform is still going to be Facebook, right? All the live streaming, the groups and all that is going to be via Facebook.
There's going to be potentially a couple of tweaks though.
Okay.
Like I said, we want to get some more engagement, some more interaction. So be looking out for potentially a couple of tweaks.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, putting my number
Great.
there
I'm
as
glad
well.
you jumped in on us. We used last guy. We had this guy named David Jones, and He was all right. So just next time you see David, say Chad said I was a lot better than you.
I'll do that. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys go on through meeting. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
And I
Thank
mean,
you,
I'm
Dennis.
just honored to be in business with you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dennis. Appreciate
All
it.
right, great. Awesome. All right, don't keep hanging on with us. Don't go away. We still got a lot more packed into this as well. We got Greg on here. He has some exciting things he wants to share with us on the marketing department. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, take it over.
Yeah, awesome. So for everyone to know, my name is Greg. I handle the marketing at the office. So we've had a lot of success with a lot of our outreach. You guys remember we did Red Day early this year, and in July, we came out a big way with for shredding hunger. So basically, we're getting, people get to shred their papers. In exchange, they donate food, and the food gets donated to East Forest Bend Human Needs Ministry. So now we're gonna do a special one. We're gonna do a Halloween themed shredding hunger event. So
Yeah.
October 31st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We want all our agents. It's gonna be drive-through again, but we want our agents to come in wearing costumes. So we're working with some vendors. We're actually gonna have a competition for the best costume. So we're gonna have some prizes. So I've been talking to some vendors about that. So it's gonna be October 31st. This is gonna be a great way for a lot of you to reach out to your database. So start inviting your clients and prospective clients to come out and donate food. I mean, it's pretty simple. A bag of unperishable goods or cans, cereal, things like that. We'll have a list of recommended items to bring. So it's gonna be really good. We want to fill out the whole truck. We've done that 2 consecutive times. We want to continue that streak. A lot of people still need food, because of the unemployment. So there are people that actually need the food.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make sure our office continues to give where we live. So I'm gonna post a link with some information. We have a standard flyer. I posted it in the Facebook group. But if you want your own branded flyer, reach out to me and I'll make sure you have a flyer with your contact information and headshot.
Oh, you're just gonna do it for me.
Oh yeah, this is easy. Yeah,
Right. Talk about the easy button, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's make sure we hear what we're doing, right? No trunk or treat this year, right? We just didn't feel it was just a hard thing to do based on the climate we want. I don't even know what door to door looks like, but we just weren't going to be the office that handed out candy. And yet we have a need in the community. Last time the shredding was so full, the truck, that it was bowing on the outside of it, right?
Yeah.
So we know there's a need for shredding. Tie it back to a need in community. We're going to have some fun and dressed up. You could tell your clients, if their kids don't know, dress up. They can come out, right? We'll do it in a very professional manner, practice social distancing, do all the right things that we need to do as well. The flyer in your communication, Greg is going to do it for you. All you got to do is send your contact information, i.e. logo, and he'll put it in the flyer. Like some of you, we send it to you and say, put your logo in. You're like, I'm so confused. I don't even know where to start. So we've eliminated that too. We'll do it for you. Reach out to Greg, create your flyers. Let's spread the word. We had the last 2 times this has been really received well. The community likes it. Obviously, our partnership with the pantry, it's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a great way to just call your clients up to say, hey, we're going to have a great event on Thanksgiving, Halloween. Come through. If you have any documents you need shredded, so he's going to make the flyer for you, customize it for you. You can take that, post it all over your social media, and give your clients a call with no pressure at all. You're offering them something. You're not asking for something. You're making an offer to them, and it's a fun time. So use it to the highest potential you can. Get your clients out and just touch your database. Use it for your bold or touch out.
Yeah, your bolds already take care of your contact. They work kind of hand in hand with what we're doing. Remember, people are willing to pay more and or do business with you when they know you reach out and you care the community. This, I'm telling you, Give Where We Live it's been very successful with us. And the cool thing is you can act like it's your event.
Yeah.
It's yours. You're the agent. Oh, the office just happened to help me pull off my event at a high level.
That's right.
But collectively, we could do this and do something that's really special. And you can still dress up.
That's right.
I mean, I've heard some great things what Greg's going to come as.
Yeah, I'm going to surprise everyone. So definitely gonna have a costume myself. I expect a lot of you. I know all the staff is gonna have, some really great costumes. I'm excited to see what Keith ends up wearing. So, definitely want everyone to come out in a big way. We're gonna have videos, we're gonna have photos. I mean, we're gonna make it a great time. I know on the marketing side, I know a lot of you are always looking to create new content to send out to your database. So the post-production is gonna be very helpful for all of you for the fourth quarter. So take advantage of that for sure.
Awesome. All right. Anything we missed, Keith, with Greg?
No, I think we hit it all. So it's up to the agents to take advantage of Mr. St. Ford services, utilizing.
Okay. Awesome. I hope your email box should be blown up and right now.
That's right. That's right.
There's over 50 on this, so you should be getting 50 plus emails right now. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Hang on a little bit. The cool thing about Mega Agent Camp this year is the content and the videos are still there. So if you happen to pay for it and you're attending it, make sure you go back and watch those things. I've been going back, and yet I wanted to show a little bit of a video. I've talked about it because I get to find my favorites, and it causes me to do it. Is Jay Papasan had a panel, and he was talking about wealth building, and he found investors. And so what I'd like to do, I'm going to share the screen again. Let me get this all up. You think I would be getting better at this Zoom thing? I wish I would have invested in Zoom if I would have known.
Yeah, who knew?
But yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't even know if I'd be sitting here and talking to you guys right now. No, I'm kidding. I certainly would. Okay, hold on just a little bit. I got the one I need. All right, here goes our videos. And I'm just going to jump right into it. It's Jay talking to him. What is wealth? And I love the conversation. It's a very good perspective. We got different backgrounds, different genders, different race, and talking about what wealth means to them.
Let's kick this off. Let's talk about wealth building. Rodney, I'll go to you first. What does wealthy mean to you? What does wealth mean to you, and why is it important?
So, I mean, wealth to me I have a pretty simple definition. The whole reason I started buying properties is I just wanted to have options in life. I grew up a pretty conservative family, and I just figured it made sense to take whether it's a decade or two and figure out money part of life. And so I don't want to have to be selling houses forever, and just want to be able to have options. I like to travel and to just do a lot of stuff, and I want to be able to give to who I want to give to, when I want to give to, and not have to really answer to anybody.
I love that. I want to be able to give to, I want to give to, and not answer. I hear financial freedom. I hear freedom, right? Choices.
Yeah, freedom is my main, I think that's my main value. I just don't want to be held down or have to work particular hours or have to live in a particular place. I used to live in Europe for a little bit, so I just like to be able to leave whenever, even if it's a day's notice.
Love that.
The properties we're getting there, getting to the point where we have the freedom to do that.
Passive income opens a lot of doors. All right, Wendy, how about you? What does wealth mean to you? Why do you think why is it important?
Well, I guess I would say to me, wealth is also kind of like what Rodney said, but also that I don't have to work if I don't want to. Right now, my husband's been retired 7 years. It's a real blessing, but I chose not to retire because my passion is real estate and I love doing what I'm doing. And so I would say that's part of wealth, but also not being out of budget. I like, to me, when you're wealthy, you don't have to worry about, can I afford to buy this or give this to someone or donate to whoever might need it. It's not really of concern. So that's a big deal to me.
I love that. One of the things that we often see is that on this journey, one of the gates you get to pass through is this kind of financial security, a freedom. I can remember where we had to look at our bank account when we were in Target to make sure that our debit card wouldn't be redacted. I remember that early in our marriage, right? And that sort of lack of complete financial security and confidence, it's so wonderful when you go through that. And now you're going into more of the freedom stuff. Love that answer. Richard, bring us home. What does wealth mean to you? And why is it important?
Well, I think they gave great answers. I would just summarize what they both said by saying it's have to versus choose to, right? You have to work versus you choose to work. And I think that's everyone's goal, whether they know it or not. And once I heard that from someone else, I forget, but once you hear that, it makes a lot of sense. And then in a more technical way, personally, I'm more of an investor for cash flow versus equity. I know a lot of investors are focused on equity, and it's not important, but you can't be financially free without cash flow. And so we say wealthy, I think it's the idea that you have predictable, defined cash flow coming to you to support your lifestyle, for the boring definition.
No, I love it. That's a great definition. And when we wrote The Millionaire Real Estate Investor, if you open up to the first pages, we defined financial wealth as having the passive income, that's the cash flow, right? To finance your life mission without having to work, right? That was how Gary wanted to define it. And so that you kind of definitely dovetailed into that. And I've asked this question, I love asking this question when we open up a wealth building seminar. And I hope that everyone who's watching this will ask that question for themselves. And I hear two big buckets. People want security. They want to be free from worry. They want to be secure, or they want to be free, or both. And I think that almost all the answers fall into those buckets, but your answer is yours. And I think you should tap into it, because if you really want security, that'll help you maybe make some of the tough short-term decisions that'll open up that door for you down the road. That's what we call a big why. And that's one of the reasons we started with that question, is to go down this journey, be really clear what it's going to do for you, and that'll help motivate you as you go along the way. All right, let's talk a little bit about like brass tacks. What are you doing right now to build wealth? What are the strategies that you're following? Richard, I'll start with you this time.
Thank you. Tough one to follow up on last time. I mean, right now, what we're doing is I have a fair number of rental properties, all residential. I think it's important for investors to be in a space that they're familiar with. I sell small residential properties, investment properties, and that's what I invest in. So right now, what we're focusing on is securing our assets and making sure that we're able to keep the properties in good shape and the tenants secure in the properties. And we're expecting some sort of market turbulence. So right now, we've sold a couple of properties that are underperforming relative to what we're looking for the whole portfolio. And we're going to be saving money, putting our pennies away for if and when a future event happens or a market shift happens. 2008 was what we talked about at the time. We thought this is a once in a century opportunity for financial gain. And let me clarify by saying that we're not looking to profit off of others' misfortune, but in the context of where assets made and where this wealth made, it's made in times of change. And so we thought 2008 was our once in a century, opportunity for that. And it looks like it could be possible that we have that happening again. And so, as far as what am I doing as an investor? I'm waiting patiently, and I'm, like I said, offloading some poor performing or underperforming investments, and then just saving money and being ready for if and when.
You shared with me that your wealth building journey, when did that start?
Started in 2008, and I told you half the story before. The whole story, I was so nervous to talk to you, so I the whole story, but I practiced for this time. The whole story is in 2008, I was started with my first really good year in sales. I had been at KW a couple of years, and I remember I was showing this condo. It was $268,000, which in LA is not a lot. And I was trying so hard to get this rich doctor. I know his name. I everything about him. I still remember everything that happened. I was grinding so hard, Jay, to make this sale of a $268,000 condo, and he said, "Oh," and it had been worth like $450 a few years before, and he said he wanted to offer $230, even though there were 7 offers. And I said, "Oh, it's like a 12% return, and the rent is this, and you're going to make like $800 a month." And he's like, $230 or nothing. And I said, "Why am I working so hard to make 2.5% of 268? Call it like that, a $7,000 commission. If I can make $700 a month, I'm going to make $7,000 in 10 months. Why don't I just buy it myself?" So I bought it myself, and my wife and I, future wife and I, lived there for a couple of years and then rented it out, which turned out to be, I think, the way a lot of us get started in investing is you buy in first place and then you buy another one. So the start was really just realizing that I was working so hard to make this commission I would make in 10 months of doing nothing, just investing my money. And then from there, that was 12 years ago. And from there, I just went onesies, twosies, good year you buy 3 or 4 properties, slow year you buy 1 or 2. And it's not get rich quick, it's get rich very, very, very slowly.
And
Except for Ronnie, who's 30.
I love that answer. One, you got started like in one of the greatest recessions of all time. right? And I know the Warren Buffett quote, when other people are greedy, I'm fearful. And when people are fearful, I'm greedy. And it kind of says that timing in real estate investing, a lot of times when people are fearful, like in times of change, there really is opportunity for someone who understands the market and knows the long-term viability of something. It might be short-term scary, but long-term great. And so I heard just like 3 takeaways I just want to highlight for people about the journey. My wife and I started the same way. Our first home, right, was the first rental property. So I like that you bought it with more intention. Ours was an accident, but you saw the return, you lived in it, so you got homeowner financing. And then after the appropriate amount of time, you got to move on to your next and had a trail of income behind you that effectively was going to net you that $7,000 commission every 10 months.
Right. And it has been for the last, that was April 2008. So it has been for the last, 12 years and 4 months.
That's like a guaranteed sales commission every year. You just get to check off, right? It's just boom, gets done.
Yeah.
Love it.
And no showing properties.
And that's the other thing I like in my mental note. We're talking about passive income. You looked up and said, I can work so hard for my job income, or I can make an investment and my money will work for me, and that's investment income. And that's a really big shift for investors. When you make that aha, you start to see the real value of passive income versus, oh, I can just go get another commission. I like it when the commissions just come in on their own. In this case, rent.
All right, this goes on for a while, and I wish we had more time to listen to that. That stuff I could listen to all day on the vesting. If you have a Mega Agent account that you took, I would encourage you to go back and listen to that again. I loved how all 3 of them, the other 2 will go in the first time they started. One of them went into credit card debt, which I don't, but they did whatever it took to get their first property. And then the other one took their student loan money when they were in school, and they just took it out and went into investing as well. Just getting that first property is such a great thing. I hope you are into building wealth. Why do we push bold? Why do we push your gross commission income and want you to do so well? Because you take a little bit of that money and you go back and you invest it. That's how you really get ahead. Any other thoughts you heard from that?
No, you just got to be willing to take the first step.
Yeah.
And, these people took some unconventional routes to get there. So you just got to be committed to it. Take the first step. You won't get anywhere without taking that first step. So very inspiring, especially the young guy at the top. Took his student loans. I did some bad things with my student loans, but he went and invested it. So kudos to him.
And if you'd like to see that clip, go find somebody that has a Mega Agent account and say, hey, may I watch this on your computer? It's really good information as well. Here's one thing that I hear a lot of economists talking about, right? There's a lot of changes that are going around in the country. And here's something I hear. I believe the divide for wealth is going to get greater moving forward, right? The have and the have-nots. It's not a political statement. And yet it's a mindset, and the way you do it. Real estate is so solid. He went through his first property and went, why am I just not buying this myself? And I hope you show up and you go, well, Chad, I don't have the money. Go find somebody to partner with if you find the right opportunity.
Yeah, and to second what you said about the income divide, I was watching something before I jumped on this. Instead of seeing a V curve or a U curve coming out of this pandemic and everything, they call it a K-shaped curve, where the haves are just going to keep accelerating up. Mm-hmm. The folks that on the low end of the income, just like Gary Keller's presentation, the divide is only going to get greater. So everything is supporting the same data we got in Mega Camp. More information is just coming out to support that. So is the information in Mega Camp relevant? Yes, sir. Please go back, check it out, and it'll help you moving forward.
Yeah. And you're going to hear a lot of that in the Bold as well. Oh yeah, did we tell you how much does Bold cost?
$0.
Yeah, no money. Sign a commitment, it'll come over, get on a team, let's go have some fun, not just pushing the daily habits that can change your life to get into production. Awesome. All right, Keith, I was looking on Facebook the other day and I read something that showed up in your post. And so you have a little announcement to make.
Oh, wow. Well, first let me say I'm grateful to my Lord and Savior, grateful to the St. Jeans who gave me an opportunity to grow here as a leader, grateful to the leadership team and the agents that embraced me and pushed me and helped me become the leader I've been just started to become. So I'm not even there yet. So I'm just scratching the surface, but I've been fortunate enough to accept an opportunity to be the new team leader in the Keller Williams Capital Properties group in Rockville, Maryland. So very fortunate and excited about the opportunity. I'm gonna miss you guys, but I definitely can say the things that were instilled in me here are definitely going to carry me so far making this transition. So Chad pushes hard, but it's worth it. It pays off.
Awesome.
And he has a great support team. Everybody here, even the agents, have really embraced me. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Awesome. We know you'll do well and go off. And, Andy and I have always believed in pour into others, create opportunities. Opportunities will find you and show you and move up again. But I mean, I don't know how anybody wants to move out of Texas, but we won't hold that against you as well.
You know, it was a great visit, great stay. I mean, and I'll be back quite often. I'm still in the back of my mind. I still see me owning some land here. Not a cowboy, but I want some acreage. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, that we're excited for you as well. Okay. All right, let's see. I see somebody, a celebrity title. We got a logo as well. We're going to change gear. Don't give up on us yet, Jay. Kind of jumping in as well. All right.
Am I on?
You're on.
I'm here. So congratulations, Keith. I love it. I think it's beautiful. The snow is rough, but I think you'll be okay.
Well, I'm sure that snow is not nearly as bad as Chicago. So
No.
I'll be okay.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay then. I think you'll be okay. So I want to thank everybody for letting us on again. We appreciate your time. We had a wonderful class yesterday, 20 mistakes of realtor. We had a few people come in and join us, which is exciting. Hope to see you a little bit more as Bold comes in and we start going back into the office. So look forward to seeing you all.
We're here, so come on, let's go. We love it when the energy and people come in and it makes it more enjoyable.
Agreed. It's so much easier to talk to people in person than on Zoom, y'all. It's so much. If you haven't had a chance to run a Zoom meeting, it's rough. It's not easy. Personality does help a lot. You guys have leaders that have great personalities. I've been on calls that are very hard to go through. So hopefully not any of ours are like that, but it's sometimes rough. But
that's why I got Keith on here to keep it alive, right? To keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are a great team. It's wonderful to watch.
He's still gonna, when he moves to Maryland, he's still gonna jump in on the team.
That's right. I'll jump
Is
on.
he?
Hey, how's everybody?
Right.
Like, whoo, he's got more than 24 hours in a day. How does that happen? I need to know what he's got because I only have 24 hours in my day. So that's great. Okay, outside of that, I want to bring up one subject matter. We had a class today. We were talking about title commitment and going through the different schedules and the jackets. So one thing I want to just put out there is that if you guys ever have any questions, whether you're with us or not with us, bring business to us or not, and you have to speak with somebody about one of the schedules that you do not understand, please give us a call or call your title company. We have a couple of realtors who came into our class today who said, I've been doing business for 20 years and I just kind of wing it. And I'm thinking, that's not what you want to wing it at. That's not an opportunity to sell yourself as an expert in your industry and know what you're talking about. So it's just like with the contract. These are legal documents. Yes, they're complicated, but you should know a little bit of information on them. And if you don't, it's okay to say, I don't know. I say that a lot, y'all. So my I don't know normally follows up with, I'll get back with you on that. So I know I sometimes have a hard time getting back on the time frame that I promised, but I always get back. So that's something else I want to talk about. We have a social media class today that is a Zoom class. If you're not comfortable seeing us in person, please come on. It's on Eventbrite. I sent the little link there for that. Also, because you guys were talking about what's happening, I want to just really briefly talk about bankruptcies. 2008 was a great year for persons who were going to get into the industry and start investing in properties because unfortunately, people were losing their properties. There are liens that sometimes attach to a property during bankruptcy that are not removed during the bankruptcy process. So when that happens and when we come across that property and title, it's not going to be an easy peasy close. What ends up happening is we have to go back to the bankruptcy court and get that judgment removed. So I want you to be very aware as the market changes, as people may be filing liens and maybe filing bankruptcies, there's a chance that that property is not going to move as quickly as you thought when you were going into it. So if you're thinking about investing and you're thinking about picking up a property property that may have been in a bankruptcy situation with persons, just be prepared to have a few issues that may have to go back to the bankruptcy courts to get removed. So it's a great time to invest. It's a great time to build your wealth. It's a great time to grow, but there's sometimes hiccups that you just, if you're going to invest and you're going to step into that road and you've never done it before, so you're a little bit nervous, I just want to educate you on that so that you're prepared for what might happen. And that's me.
All right, cool. Thank you. And thank you for partnering with us on Bold as well. Celebrity joined in. All right, Reliant in Energy.
Hello, how are you?
Julie, you're still selling energy?
Yeah, I'm the electricity lady. Okay.
You went back on mute. You muted yourself. She got so excited. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I just text my name and phone number there. Okay, so you all know I connect electricity for you guys, right? I not only do that but make your customer happy. Okay, like for example, yesterday Diana called me and then she had a customer forget to connect the electricity. And when she moved in, and then the seller cut the electricity out. And then the customer was so freaked out because she had a little baby, grand baby, okay. And then she said, I just bought a few $100 grocery and then now I don't have electricity. Then I said, okay, don't worry because it's October, the temperature is not that high, so you survive a few hours. So I let her cut in front of everybody and connect her first and then easy her mind, okay. And then later she's really happy and then telling me, oh, you and Diana is the best. So,
well, you're a concierge. You're going to make the agent look good. Get them up, get them a quote. Even if they choose to use somebody else, it's just a concierge service. And all they got to do is just, you text the name and number and you'll follow up with them.
yeah, I also make your agent look good too, like by the end, and I tell the customer, oh, text Diana and let her know you have electricity so she don't worry about you, okay? Like sometimes if I really like the agent, I edify the agent too after I sell the electricity.
Only if you like them?
I have to tell the truth, right?
So if it's me or Keith, you're not going to edify it.
That's right.
Like I have one agent, Gary, refer her to me. I mean, I pretty much close all her customers. So then I was telling the customer, I don't know how amazing she is. Like every her customer believe her. So because the people believe her, they transfer her the trust from her to me. So that's make it easy for me to close her sale. So I was telling her the good thing about the agent, and then the customer tell me, oh, she's so amazing. I will refer her everybody I know. So I tell the agent, she's so happy. So it's not like only you edify me, I edify you too. So it's a win-win-win for both me and you and the customer, okay?
Awesome. All right, keep rocking and rolling. I love it. You got your contact information. Dale, what you got for us?
Hey, good morning. So some things going on in the world today. We're starting to see interest rates are trickling up slowly. So you guys that are working with buyers, they need to be out there finding homes. It's going to cost them more money, obviously, if they continue to wait. So wanted to let you know that October 15th, for people who filed extensions, the October 15th is the deadline for taxes to be in to the IRS. So that's a big date for you guys to know that if you've got buyers on the fence that filed extensions, they're waiting to file, they better get it in, because most lenders are going to have to verify the IRS has received that return in order to be able to use it for earnings. One trend that I see a lot, I work a couple of different referral sources, and there are a lot of people moving from different parts of the country to our area, okay? And so I get constantly asked.
Keith's moving out.
Keith's moving out. Well, congratulations again, Keith.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you.
You're welcome. So one thing that I want to say is that many people have jobs where they currently work, they're wanting to make an attempt to purchase a house with rates being low, with our housing market consistently less expensive to buy here than it is in other parts of the country, but they don't have jobs here. And they want to purchase homes, and they want to tell us that they're going to buy the house as a second home. So some of the criteria on a second home is that you've got to have a reason to buy a second home in an area unless it's considered a resort type area, such as a beach or a mountain or a lake house. Bye-bye. So that being said, we as lenders just want to get paid back. So if a person tells us that they're buying a home and they live in California and they want to buy something in the Houston market, all that's great, except we also have to count the debt of the house or the rental that they have where they work. We can't just eliminate and say, well, you work in Los Angeles full-time as a nurse. I'm using this as an example. And you're going to live there free of charge because you're buying a second home. So there are living expenses. I want everybody to understand that if you have a rental that's out there where your job is, we've got to count that debt. And you may have issues with qualifying. I get these phone calls all the time right now from people looking to move into this area. There's not a big hit for buying a second home. You can get in with as little as 10%. So it is a benefit going that rate versus having to treat the property as an investment property. So do your diligence, get all the information that you can in regards to the person, and get with a loan officer early in the transaction to make sure this is a viable candidate that's going to be able to buy.
Okay, good information. Content too, interest rates, right? We got to have the conversation with them as well. You think that's creeping up over the next month?
Correct. We're seeing that the rates are starting to creep up a little bit. You know, whatever the magical thing is that happens with an election, that could drive rates up or it could drive down, whatever happens.
Yeah.
The stock market's done real well lately, and typically as a real estate agent, if the market is doing well, meaning the Dow Jones continues to go up, that's a good indicator that maybe mortgage interest rates are rising. One other catalyst right now, there is a huge shortage of lumber. New home builders, how do they pass that shortage on? The cost goes up, obviously. You're going to start seeing prices are going to go up on new construction. So compare that right now with the cost of the house is going to go up. Maybe mortgage interest rates are starting on the rise. You buyers need to make a decision. Use it as a catalyst to push some people to write some offers.
Awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys' input today as well. Don't forget, Bold, you'll see information. Find a captain. You'll have a commitment letter to sign. As soon as you sign that commitment letter, your name will be registered. We won't register until we see the commitment letter, yet that'll come out today as well. We're playing for second place because my team that I select, we're already going to win. So, you know, it just happens when you hang around me, we win as well. No, let's have a little fun with it. And most importantly, get into the daily habits that are needed and go have the conversation. Greg will do your flyer for you for shredding hunger. There's nothing to it. You'll just send him your contact information. He sends it back. You go out and promote it. Let's have a great shredding hunger. Let's have a great Bold as well. And let's just go help people. We're in a great spot, great part of the country. Our market's going to continue to, it's going to be strong. It's going to be competitive, and yet opportunity is going to show up too. Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Take care.